What is going on, guys? It is Parker here. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the AudioPipe AQX-3000.1. This is AudioPipe's 3000 watt amp that is stable to 1 ohm. Stay tuned. Don't know if it'll focus, but we got 2,756 watts at 1.4 ohms. Alright guys, now of course, if you see my other videos, you will know the amp has already been mounted, but I've actually had it in here for about 3 months now, so I figured it'd be a great time to make a review of this just absolutely awesome amp. It has blown my expectations away, and you'll see why here in a little while. But quickly, let's just go over the system we have in this car, just so y'all can see. First off, we have a Kenwood Exelon unit. This is the KDC X301. We have a CT Sounds bass knob right there that shows the voltage as well. And then up front we have a CES 320 amp alternator. And we have 0 gauge. This is a CCA wire at the moment. OFC wire will be coming soon though. We have that ran to the back. And then we just have, a Autocraft kind of basic battery in here. It is a pretty large battery though. We do get 985 cold cranking amps. It's pretty big for a stock battery, so definitely fortunate for that. Anyway, so that, of course, we have our single 0 gauge wire running to the back. And then back here we have a full throttle battery. This is their group 47. And we have, of course, our 0 gauge running into there. And then we have OFC 0 gauge wire running from the battery to the amp. And then we have 2 runs of power and ground. So feeding this thing lots of power. As for voltage, the car is regulated through the PCM to about 13.8 to 14 volts. So we do get a little bit of a drop from that, but we generally stay in the 13s. And then we have this box right here. Now at the moment we just have 2 little dark audio NKOs in this box. They cost me each $65 a piece. So yeah, we have the new SMD meter so we can really do some RMS testing. And then yeah, here's the box. At the moment it is tuned to 45 Hertz for more SBL, but this is an adjustable port, so we could tune it a lot lower if we wanted to. Alright, let's get into the review. Alright guys, so first off, this is a massive box. I couldn't believe it when it came in. But basically, not a whole lot to see here. It does come with a bass knob that has the telephone wire connection into it. And has a little light for power, but it's just a bass knob. There's no clipping indicator or anything like that on it. And it does come with a warranty card, and you get a 1-year warranty on this. You have the manual for the 2000 and the 3000 of their AQX models. At 4 ohms, we have 1102 watts. At 2 ohms, we have 1990 watts. And then at 1 ohm, we have 3,025 watts. That's all RMS power, and that is with 1% distortion, or THD. So, yeah, let's see if this actually will do, close to those power ratings. Alright, we'll take a quick look at the amp. Sorry it's a little dark over here, but it is a really, really big amp. At least the biggest one I have had. In another video I showed it compared to the Scar RP2000. And it was it was about the same width, but it was a lot deeper, and it was also thicker. But, yeah, we'll take a quick look at this. We have, of course, RCA inputs and outputs. And then this amp is strappable, so we have our master out and our master in. And then, of course, we have our gain, phase, remote input, bass boost, subsonic, low-pass filter, and then you can select normal or slave input. One of my favorite things about this is we do have the Tiffany style connectors. My Scar RP2000 just had the basic connectors, the basic RCA inputs like this. So I really like the Tiffany style RCAs. They're just a whole lot more solid when you're putting it in there, and you don't have to worry about it snapping off or something like that. And then I believe this all is venting, and it is built I have it off the back, but there's a lip, so if you set it flat, up against this or something, it would push the amp off a few millimeters, so it could breathe from the back. We'll look over on this side to, we have our dual inputs going into it, and then I have my meter hooked up in there just for reading the ohms. Alright guys, we're going to get the SMD powered up over here, just so we can do some RMS testing. The battery in this thing is a little low, but it should be okay. We can go through here. Now this is going to be real world testing. This is not like the videos you see where somebody, dynos it on a normal dyno. What that does is that gives you a specific impedance that it goes to, whereas in the real world, your impedance does rise and change, and it is dynamic. So we're not going to see, a perfect 1 ohm test, but we're going to get as close as we can. We're going to start out in real time, so this will just change as we play music, and we'll see what it does. Just so y'all know that the clipping indicator on the unit does work, we're going to play this. I have it at 27, I'm going to turn it to 28, and you'll see the clipping light come on. Okay, that's just demonstrating the clipping light is indeed working, so we will be testing this out with clean power throughout this video. Alright, now we are going to be playing Lost for Words by Gucci Mane, and we have this set at 27, which I know does not clip. So yeah, let's see what it does. Alright guys, so now we have this set to the dyno mode. So basically this will just show the peak watts and what the ohms was at when it reached that peak wattage. Now we have both positives going through here. That is how you hook it up, since we have both positives running into the amp, just so y'all know. But yeah, we're gonna let these subs cool down for a second, and then we're gonna test it out and see what kind of power we can get. Alright guys, so when the car is warm, our voltage does decrease just a little bit, so we're about that 13 range. So again, we are not at that 14.4 range that we are expected to be at, and we are going to be getting impedance rise, so we're not going to be able to keep it down to 1 ohm like we'd like to. So we probably are not going to see an actual 3,000 watts, but hopefully we'll at least get somewhere close. Now we're going to be doing this playing a song. It'll just be like when you watch, Big D Wiz or one of the others doing it on their dyno and they do the dynamic burst. That is a more real-world application. We're not doing a test tone just because that will heat up the coils of the sub, and then we will get impedance rise quicker, and then it'll be hard to get a max doing that. So doing this seems to be the best way to get some decent results. So it's what we are going to be doing. Alright guys, so at 1.4 ohms, we got 2,669 watts. And again, that is at around 13 volts, so we are not at that 14 range. So I would say that is really, really good. We are below clipping. So yeah, this amp was $370, and you know, at 1.4 ohms, that is really right on the money, if not a teeny bit high. We have the SBL meter in the kick, so we'll see what decibels we get to just playing the same song. We do have it on max, so let's see what that does. So there we are, just playing a normal song. We got a 145.7, so really pretty good. Again, that was not a test tone, that was just a normal everyday song that you would listen to. Let's see what we got over here. Don't know if it'll focus, but we got 2,756 watts at 1.4 ohms. So yeah, that is pretty crazy. Alright, and just for the heck of it, we are going to do a 45 hertz test tone, and we will see what we get on the meter. Alright, so we got 147.7. Alright guys, well that was my review of the AudioPipe AQX-3000.1. To me, it seems like a really, really great amp at about 370 bucks. You all saw what it did. Without clipping, at 1.5 ohms, we were getting over 2,700 watts, which is, in my opinion, pretty crazy. Because this rated at, 2,000 at 2 ohms, 3,000 at 1 ohms, so at 3.5, we should be getting about maybe 2,500, and we were getting up into 2,700, and that's with the volts being in that low 13 range. Anyway guys, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of this amp, and more videos will be coming soon.